Hey everybody, welcome to the first installment of Opera Carolina's, one second, technical issues here as we work in quarantine. My name is Jonathan Kaufman, and I'm here with my lovely wife, Stephanie Wilson, who's going to come here and join me. She'll be joining me on one of the pieces later. You could stay here. This is the first installment of Opera Carolina's iStream series, which will happen every Friday at 6 p.m., with the exception of next week due to Holy Week. But we will, after tonight, continue on April 17th, once again at 6 p.m. We have a fun little program here for you tonight. We're doing what we call Puccini and Prayer, or Prayer and Puccini, however you want to put it. We have three works by Puccini, who's arguably one of my favorite composers, and I would assume for most. And then we have another piece called Prayer by H. Leslie Adams, an absolutely incredible American composer. It's an art song from his song cycle, Night Songs. It is the first piece in the cycle. I first came about that one in particular when I was in college, and it's stuck with me ever since. But the first piece we're going to do tonight is actually from the last opera we just did with Opera Carolina. It is Che gelida manina from Puccini's La Bohème. And one fun thing about this piece in particular is that this is the first opera my wife and I ever performed together. She is a percussionist and timpanist, and we have done this opera together 3 times already. We've been very lucky enough to be able to do that. So this is Che gelida manina, and I think it's working.
Chi son? Sono un poeta. Che cosa faccio? Scrivo e come vivo? Vivo! In povertà mi lieta, allora gran signore, ripetini l'amore per sogni e per chimere e per castelli in aria. L'anima miriana
absolutely one of my favorite pieces. I hope you enjoyed as well. The next piece, like I said, we're going to stick with Puccini, and my wonderful wife, who's going to move the camera out of the way just for now, because she's going to join me on marimba. She's a fantastic percussionist and timpanist, and we are going to do Recondita Armonia from Puccini's Tosca. This is both of our favorite operas, and we hope you enjoy it too. So this is the joy of staying home with a full-time musician. I have the unbelievable fortune to be able to do some other work from home. But these are the fun things we like to do. She came up with an arrangement for the marimba. If you go to my Instagram page, you'll see we've done a bunch of goofy things, including the Anvo chorus adaptation, to say loosely, from Verdi's Trovatore. But this is Recondita Armonia. The next one we're going to do, give us a second here. Well, Stephanie, I'll tell you a little bit more about this one. As I said before, this one, it means a lot to me. And this one is a little bit more on the somber side. This is Prayer by H. Leslie Adams. Once again, I said it is in the first song in his song cycle, Night Songs. If you haven't heard the full cycle yet, I highly suggest you go on YouTube, find some people singing it. It is fantastic. This one is especially dedicated to anybody who might be struggling during this time. I know it is unprecedented what we're dealing with right now in this time, but through moments like what Alpha Carolina is doing here with this series, what many artist companies are doing to support their artists, what different organizations are doing. It's absolutely incredible how humanity is pulling together, and I think if we truly take that step to be neighborly from a distance, of course, but doing what we can to help each other how we can, while maintaining the protocol that the CDC has set for everybody. So this piece of prayer is dedicated to anybody and everybody who may be struggling during this time and asking questions. I love that piece so much. The final piece we're going to do is something a little more along the lines of the victorious side, which, as I said before, if we stick together, we do what is required of us. We stay home, and you heard it a million times, we flatten the curve. We will all get through this, absolutely. That song chokes me up, so I'm going to grab a drink of water to rehydrate a bit. But the final piece does deal with victory. In a totally different context, of course. This is the all-time classic favorite, Nessun Dorma from Puccini's Turandot. And you might hear a special guest during the chorus in the middle of the piece.
Nessun dorma, tu pure apri nocipessa nella tua fredda stanza, guardi le stelle che tremano d'amore e di speranza. Ma il mio mistero è chiuso in me, vincerò, vincerò fino a
Always a classic. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in for the first installment of Opera Carolina's iStream. Like I said, it's going to be live every Friday at 6 p.m., with the exception of next week because of Holy Week. However, we will return April 17th at 6 p.m. So we hope you enjoyed everything, and be sure, if you're watching this later on YouTube, be sure to like, subscribe, share it on Facebook, and we'll see you next time. Thank you.